Welcome back to Ep.9 of the Who's Keeping Score podcast, where three lifelong friends talk about sports beyond the stats. Today is the day of the NBA Finals Game 1. So that's going to be our first kind of topic, kind of predictions, how we think the finals is going to go about. Also, I don't know if you guys know, Jacob and I, a little bit of Jaden, but Jacob and I are big tennis fans, and the French Open is currently going on, so we're going to do like a little segment talking about the French Open. We'll go into our 20 questions. Our draft today is going to be a fantasy football draft of football players this upcoming season that you think is going to could potentially win the Super Bowl. So we'll get into that when it gets towards that draft segment, and then we got our sports and non-sports. All right, guys, today is June 5th, game 1, Pacers Thunder. I mean, what's not to love here? What is not to love?
It's very exciting basketball times, man.
It
Very
is.
exciting basketball times. Never would I at obviously if you guys go back and watch our bracket videos,
Yeah.
none of us really expected this to be the outcome. And so it was hard to predict this, but it's super exciting. It's gonna be some high quality basketball, I think.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, I kind of got OKC running away with this pretty early. Like I'm thinking 4-1 maybe, but
That
I've been doubting Indy all
That's
exactly.
the
playoffs.
thing,
That's the
yeah.
that's
So
it.
I gotta keep it going. Like
I know. I might reverse psychology think the Thunder are gonna sweep because I don't know if you guys know Indy all the way. So I'm obviously rooting for the Pacers, but if I say here on the podcast today the Thunder in four, I mean every other time I've said that the Pacers have come out guns a blazing and you know,
but just
but
how many games have the Pacers won this playoffs, like their playoff run, where they were dead to rights? Like they had no business
Yeah,
winning
a
the game,
lot.
like
and they come
five.
back in the fourth quarter and find a way to win it.
I saw like against the Knicks after they came back in game one, it was like it's like three in 1,400 playoff games where a team has been down by seven with a minute left in the game and ended up winning, and three of them were the Pacers this season.
It's
Like
wild.
three out of the four. Like it's actually
The
ridiculous.
problem with that is that the Thunder have been the one team during the playoffs and throughout the season that once they like get out ahead, they're just gonna step on your throat. And they
Hmm.
won a couple games in the playoffs by like 40.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so will the Pacers obviously I don't think will be able to come back from 40, but I think they'll be able to keep it close enough. They're the two teams throughout the entire playoffs that just suffocate you defensively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they both guard 94 feet. You have Dort, Caruso, Jalen Williams. Like the Thunder are full of great defenders. And then on the other side, Neesmith, Nemhard,
Hmm.
Obi Toppin, Matherin, like they all guard too.
And
So
they
it's gonna
both
be crazy.
they both play not necessarily full court defense, but like a super high paced transition offense. Like it's going to be super exciting basketball. Like it's
Yeah,
going to be exciting for sure. I'm
I
just gonna,
can't wait.
yeah, I'm gonna bring this up now. Tyrese Halliburton thinking he was gonna win
Oh my God.
Eastern
That
Conference
was
spot,
so
the Eastern
funny.
Conference MVP. Bro
Hilarious.
started like turning around smiling about a dab of his teammates and they said Pascal Siakam. I was like, that is so
You
embarrassing.
like you could tell that he thought that the cameras were on him too. He was like,
Absolutely. Absolutely. But did he get robbed? Do you think he got robbed?
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he had one really bad game, which we
Hmm.
talked about last episode, but outside of that, he even if his counting numbers weren't as great as like the superstar of your teams should be, he controlled the pace for the team, right?
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
there
He was perfect.
just on the other side of that though, and I don't know one way or the other if I think he got robbed, but there are two games where they don't win those two games without Pascal Siakam having career days. And
Yes.
like so you can't
Yeah.
take that away from, and one of them was game 6, right? So
Yeah.
I
like
think honestly, Neesmith had a relatively like decent narrative to win it too. Because
100%.
if they lose game one, it's a completely different series.
Yeah.
mhm,
And he had the greatest 4 minutes in basketball history.
Yeah, literally.
But that's the thing, Jacob. Like, yeah, Halliburton did have a bad game five, which kind of I think if he played well in that game, he automatically gets Eastern Conference Finals MVP. But at the same time, Siakam didn't have a bad game in the series. Like he
Yeah.
was the only player that like didn't play very bad.
Paced them.
Because
Yeah,
even in game five, when Halliburton was bad, he was the only player on the Pacers who had double figures. So
that's true. That's
it's
true.
like I don't think it was a robbery.
It
I
could have.
think if they take away Halliburton and just have Siakam, I think the team is better with Halliburton on the team. Like I think Halliburton was more valuable, but at the same time, Siakam did not have any bad games.
That was worded
I said
super.
that kind of backwards, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, no,
Like Halliburton's the most valuable player on the team, but Siakam had the best
Yes.
Eastern Conference Finals.
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
no,
Thank you,
I
Jacob.
get that for sure. And then Neesmith had the best moment.
Yeah,
Oh,
literally.
for sure.
Potentially,
I don't
actually,
know
because
though.
Halliburton
Halliburton,
had the craziest shot ever
Bro,
too.
yeah,
like
the run back all the way from the paint to hit the back of the rim to throwing up over, almost hitting
but
the
before that, Halliburton had a mid game. Like
yes,
up until that point in the game, you didn't even know
yes,
he was on the
Yeah,
court.
he showed Brunson who the real clutch player of the year is.
exactly. So what are your predictions for
Well,
for the finals?
okay, so I think it'll be Thunder in six
Six.
is what I think will happen. What I want to happen is Pacers in seven is what I want to happen. Um, I think that it's like it's so hard to win in OKC.
It's so
It's
difficult.
so hard to win in OKC. And so if the Thunder get out to a 2-0 lead, it's gonna be really difficult for the
Hmm.
Pacers to come back.
But
Yeah.
100. But think about it too. The Pacers are pretty much better on away than they are home,
That's what
especially
I'm
in the
saying. Like
playoffs.
the
Yeah.
whole series is just like set up for crazy games.
Yeah.
Their play styles match up well. The crowds match up well. They both are really well coached. So
Hmm.
it's gonna be a great series. I'm very much looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So I have Thunder in six, Jaden, you have Thunder in five. Alex, what do you have?
I think I have Thunder in six as well. I think Pacers can get two games. I think they'll win one at home and one on the road. I also, Jacob, you said it perfectly. I would love it to be Pacers in seven.
That'd be
Just
sick.
I
It's
want
great
good.
basketball.
I want great basketball.
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah.
I want. Because even the Knicks Pacers series was great basketball. Like it was every game was super entertaining. Some of the games with OKC Timberwolves like it was not that entertaining. Like it was
Yes,
not very entertaining basketball. So I
agreed.
just want every game to be entertaining, every game to be close, and just like I mean I want the better team to win, which I think the Thunder are a better basketball team, but obviously Pacers all the way.
So question to the panel now that we have our predictions out there. Um, I guess it's not good enough for taking a team further than you've been for 25 years. Like
Yeah.
what do you think of Tibbs getting fired?
So what do you like? I see both sides of this too because it's one like again the Knicks have been dog wash for the last our entire lifetime mostly for except for once every while. But on the other side, they're a piece away from being in the finals. And what if
Yeah.
that piece is Tibbs? Like how many times did Tibbs not make the change that he needed to make in order for them to win the games? Like Cat getting killed no matter what they're doing in the pick and roll. Is that a cat problem or is that a Tibbs problem? Like him playing five people in big moments. Is that a Tibbs problem? Like so he might be the piece that they're missing because they're right there. Like they're knocking on the door.
100%. Because also, how much did he actually coach? But you know what I mean? Like, it's
I've heard a
hard.
bunch of things about he just sits there and goes,
Yes.
damn.
Yeah, exactly. And it's hard. It's hard for you to say because you go look at the board and it's Jalen Brunson 42 minutes, Mikal Bridges 40 minutes, Josh Hart 40 minutes, Cat 40 minutes,
Yeah.
OG
And
Anunoby
like
40 minutes, and then
what if
everybody
we
else like.
can
But like, are you even coaching at that point? I don't know. You just say starters go play the entire game and we'll see what
really?
happens.
And what have we been complaining about with the Knicks the whole time?
That they
Jalen
don't.
Brunson dribbling up the right side of the court,
Yep.
playing iso ball. Who decides that that's going to happen?
Yeah.
Like
But
so, I don't I obviously like not in the arena and don't understand necessarily what goes in and out between the coaches and players during practice and whatnot. But it doesn't, from the outside looking in, it does not look like Tibbs was making the adjustments that he needed to be making
I agree.
in order
So
for.
then, so now if you have the same team next year and you hire somebody new and you get bounced early or don't even make it to the playoffs, then you can't really go back,
You were
right?
and you were wrong. They wouldn't
You're wrong.
be the first team in the NBA to be wrong. Like it's not a perfect science, right?
Yes.
Like
But this guy's taking you further than you've been in 25 years.
okay, so that
So
means so are you content with that being like if you're seeing, and again, I'm not arguing that he should have gotten fired, but I'm saying I understand why they made that move
Hmm.
because if you're seeing that like you have all the pieces there and that you're missing something, and it looks like as a GM that it's the coaching, that's the decision you're making, you live with it.
right. So is the only way for this to be a good move for them to win the championship next year?
If they make it back to the Eastern Conference Finals, it would still be a fine move.
And then do you fire that next person too?
Well, no, the next person hasn't been there for how long has Tibbs been in New York?
5 years.
Yeah, not a whole long.
But the first time with that roster.
Yeah.
Okay, the first time with this roster, as in with Cat.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're saying
And Bridges.
so you give the next coach
And OG.
and OG, so you give the next coach no time to kind of figure out this roster too.
Hey man, I'm just saying they're by making this move, they set it up for complete failure for the next coach. Like
100%.
he has one outcome,
Yep.
really.
But you're not holding a new coach to the same standards you're holding Tibbs to.
Why not? It's New York. They have New York and LA. It's like the highest expectations of
True.
any market in the league.
100%.
They
100%.
and now they've set it up for where who even wants this job?
So now, so is what you're saying basically is that now every time for the Knicks in the foreseeable future, they have to make the Eastern Conference Finals or it's a bust of a year and the
Yes.
coach will get fired? That's what you're saying.
Yes. With this current roster,
I mean, they have a great
you
team.
have a proven uh equation of at least getting to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Hmm.
And so nobody really came into this year. Did you come into this year expecting the Knicks to win the championship?
No.
No.
Like I think they
Also,
topped out where they're at. So
I
they
mean,
got to where we thought would be their peak,
yes.
and
correct.
he got fired.
Which I think is, but the point that I'm trying to make is if your goal is to win the championship and you've looked at what Tibbs has been doing over the last 5 years and
Right.
say the way he coaches basketball is not working for this team to win a championship, and that's the decision you make, then you live with that decision regardless of whether it's right or wrong. Like you don't know,
Yes.
It's a good
and
point.
you don't know in the
understand.
future what is going to happen, but you've seen what Tibbs has done.
Yes.
Yes.
You see that it doesn't work.
I completely I understand what you're saying. But so if you're now like a free agent coach,
Hmm.
if you're a great NBA coach proven, or what just happened here? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't hear you. I
Okay,
press
I
Siri.
found this on the web for if you're great and
Oh yeah, you're on Siri.
Okay, cool. Anyways, if you're a coach and you're out of a job, so
Mhm.
Mike Malone or Mark Jackson or a coach of a smaller market team, why would you ever want to
I
go
would be
to
so
in this
scared to
position?
go to New York. I would be so scared to go to New York. You're just going in with I don't know. I don't know if I'll be scared, but it's more of like but at the
It's a
same
job that's
time,
destined for failure
I
Why
don't
is
know
it
if that's the
destined for
case
fa-
though, Jacob.
Well,
I don't
yeah,
know.
why
I
is
don't know
it
if I
destined
agree
for
with that.
because
failure?
you're not going to win.
But the reason that Tibbs, like you're pretending that Tibbs was only here for 1 year. He might have only had this team for 1 year, but you're acting as though New York's general manager and their front office haven't seen the style of coaching that Tibbs does over the last 5 years. Like that's an important part of the puzzle of why he got fired. No,
Yes. No, yes, I agree.
so you can't say that it's the same thing with somebody coming in brand new 1 year with the organization versus someone who's been there for 5 years with the organization.
If we're
Like it's not the same.
if we're doing this episode next year at this time and we're talking about the Knicks in the finals,
Mhm.
I will say, you know what? I was wrong. It was
But
the right.
even like the Knicks lost to the Celtics with
But
a
Jaden,
hurt Jason Tatum.
this is
Like
what I'm
beat the
saying.
Celtics
If
with a hurt Jason Tatum. Like
they're now already like over the salary cap, right?
yeah,
They have no picks. They traded all of their picks
like
for
this is the team to win.
Mikal Bridges and OG.
100%.
They have no picks. And now you're putting a new coach into a brand new system for the first year where we were just talking about it took Tibbs 5 years just to bring them to the Eastern Conference Finals. Now we're gonna have a new coach with a new system where all of these expiring assets and they're not gonna make it back to this point.
But at the same time, Jacob, it's not Tibbs. It's Tibbs's first year with this team also. Like it's a new coach just going into the same roster.
Yes, but he
But at
created
the
culture and
at the
did
same time, is it just gonna is it gonna be the same thing next season? Like
Like so
ev-
much
I don't
happens
know.
in a
everybody
season
plays for 40 minutes plus, and it's just Jalen Brunson's team. Probably.
because that's what's happened with New York the last 3 years.
Yeah, it's
They
just
burn
Right,
out in the playoffs
yep,
like
right.
every year. So
every
if the,
year.
if the problem is the same,
Make a difference. I mean, make a
then
change.
you change it.
Yeah, I
Right.
agree.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
like
Yeah.
you change it with the hope that it's better, but you can't know that it's going to be better until it happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm just trying to play
Absolutely.
devil's advocate.
So before
All
moving
right.
on to the next section, Tibbs, if you ever end up watching this, just let the hair go. It's getting to it's a problem. Like they pan on you, then you're sitting here like this, but your like head's paid forward, and it's just an absolute cyclone on your head. Just let it go. But that's just my last point before we move on to tennis.
Yeah, we would love to have you on the show, Tibbs.
With hair or
Yeah,
without
with
hair.
with or
With
without.
hair or without hair. We'll get you a sponsored Who's Keeping Score yarmulke. You can cover it up.
Um, so the French Open. So today
Yes.
we have set for the semifinal of Alcaraz versus Musetti
Hmm.
and Sinner versus Djokovic tomorrow, Friday the 6th. It's been a phenomenal French Open so far.
It's been amazing. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Can you guys hear the garage in the background?
No.
No? All right, cool. Well, the garage is really loud in my ears. Anyways, yeah, it's been so exciting. Also to piggyback on what you just said, Alex, the women's championship will be on Saturday.
Hmm.
The
Hmm.
semifinals just ended, and it's gonna be Sabalenka versus Goff,
Versus golf.
which is the 1 seed versus the 2 seed,
Yeah.
and so that's gonna be super exciting.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
yeah, the matches this year, everything it seems great. Like the
It's
vibes are
great.
high. Everybody's playing at a super high level. There hasn't really been any crazy injuries or anything. Like people are playing through the whole match, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it as an avid tennis watcher.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The Alcaraz Ben Shelton game was one of the more exciting games I've seen this year. Both just super exciting players. Obviously, there are no Americans left, but Ben Shelton is my front runner to become one of the best in the world. He's number 13, but I love his game. Brings a lot of energy. But Alcaraz is so good. He came in playing Tommy Paul, and I was like, I think Tommy Paul might have a chance. The game was over in like 15
Dude,
minutes.
Alcaraz in the press conference after the game or after the match was like, "Yeah, I wanted to play more."
Yeah,
But like
it's
he
so
just killed.
disrespectful.
It was and he wasn't trying to be mean.
No.
He was like, I wanted to play more tennis, but
Yeah,
I just him in
he
5 minutes.
apologized to the fans who like bought tickets to the game. He
Yeah.
was like, "I'm sorry that you guys weren't here for very long."
That's OD. That is
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
actually
crazy.
it was
And
crazy.
he doesn't even look like the best player there.
It not in the
Not
slightest,
even close.
actually.
Alcaraz is destroying everybody, and Sinner looks like the greatest tennis player to ever live and to
Yes,
ever
I
will.
don't know. I was thinking about this earlier. I don't know if just because Djokovic has still made it to the semifinal. Like he's damn near 40 years
But
old. But yeah, absolutely. I don't
without
know
question.
if just like he's old, Nadal's gone, Federer's gone, that like we haven't seen someone at the caliber that we are used to with the big three. But Sinner, it looks like the greatest tennis player
Ever.
of all time.
Ever. He's in
Like he's out, he hasn't lost a set yet, and it's not even like he hasn't lost a set. He hasn't like even tried yet. It looks
no
like he played. Who did he play in the quarters? Just this
Bublik.
Bublik. straight sets, didn't even sweat. And then
Yeah.
the game before that, he played Rublev, and Rublev like there's a point that I was watching the game, hit it down the line, and Rublev like looked at his coach and was like, I don't even know what
Yeah,
I'm doing
literally
here.
every single match so far, the other player just kind of looks around like I don't know what to do. Like
Yeah,
there's nothing for me to do
yeah.
really.
I
Because
remember.
they're
Yeah,
playing like they're playing the best matches of their lives and getting
exactly.
destroyed.
Destroyed. And it's not like Rublev is a top 15 player in the world.
Oh yeah, he's amazing.
Like it's
He
and
made
it
him look like me.
yeah, it looked it was bad. And I remember Jacob texted me like as soon as the Rublev Sinner game started was like Sinner legitimately might be a robot. Like he
He
like
doesn't
he
miss.
doesn't make
He doesn't have
mistakes
bad contact. Every
ever.
ball that he hits is middle of the racket down.
Hmm.
Like he just tells it where to go and it goes directly. Like he hits every corner, every line,
Yep,
every drop shot, and he gets to every ball. Then
exactly.
someone will hit a winner against him, like perfectly cross court as hard as possible,
And he'll just get
and
it.
he returns it with a winner.
Yep. It doesn't make any
Like
sense.
it makes no sense at all. So
So, yeah.
Sinner is gonna beat Djokovic probably straight.
But
However,
If Djokovic wins, I mean, there's no debate. I don't even think there has been a
there's
debate,
no debate anyways. This
but
is the GOAT for sure.
I don't even know what I would say if Djokovic ends up being center. I mean, he is the greatest, but he's
The
so
only way that Djokovic would beat Sinner is if Sinner gets like just the aura around Djokovic, like
yeah,
you
he's
know
like
what I
he gets
mean?
scared. He
Yeah.
gets scared,
And
yeah.
then
But
Alcaraz will beat
I think
Musetti.
so. And then it's a center
And then
Alcaraz
for the
final,
next 10 years, it's going to be Sinner Alcaraz finals in every single
100%.
game. That
And
they've been the last five winners
yep,
have been either Sinner or Alcaraz, and that I don't see how
I
it
mean
changes. There's such a significant drop off
it is.
after those two,
Yeah,
where it's like the next 15 years, it's only going to be Sinner versus Alcaraz.
exactly. Because
There's always
Zverev
going to be 1-2, and they're always going to meet in the championship, and that'll be it.
absolutely. Because Zverev is third in the world, and he got toyed by Djokovic. And
He's so far away
yeah,
from.
but it's also I'm a huge Alcaraz fan, so I'm rooting for Alcaraz. I hope he beats Sinner, but at the same time, I like Sinner. It's not even like if that
It
final
was so
occurs,
much fun to watch,
it's
dude.
just I hope for good tennis. And then on the women's side, Coco Gauff obviously is the only American left, so let's go Coco.
Yeah, go Coco,
I
but
also kind of like
uh,
Sabalenka too. Sabalenka is
so much
great,
power.
so we'll
Jaden,
see.
any thoughts?
No thoughts. Zero notes. Zero notes.
So that's all for tennis. We just wanted to give our input and kind of show our
Yeah.
versatility of the sports for the
So
Cross brothers.
Alcaraz Sinner final. Sinner beats Alcaraz is my prediction, and then Sabalenka beats Coco in women's.
I think Coco's gonna win. I think she'll win. She looked absolutely unbelievable today.
She did, but she played against
Someone
a
who
walk-on.
wasn't very good, but we'll see. So that is that. So moving
Man,
on.
that was fun. We should talk tennis more.
That was fun. That was fun. We want to keep a little just like present day sports in our podcast, and obviously the NBA was the only like major thing we could talk about, and we are knowledgeable in tennis. We were bringing in for a little bit of segment just to talk.
So for those listening, yes, there's this Stanley Cup championship going on
Yes,
right now.
there is. Yes, there
But
is. I
that would
apologize.
actually only be me talking, and
Yes,
so
apologize.
we're gonna at least have something that two of us can talk about.
All right. Moving on to 20 questions. I have yet to be the host, so
Go Oilers, though.
I
Come
will
and get
be I will be the host of 20 questions today. I'll keep track of your guys' questions,
okay.
and I have my player.
And just to confirm, it is not Quincy AC.
It is not. It is not.
Okay. I love that guy. All right, Jaden.
Um,
Alexander, is it an NBA player?
Yes, it is an NBA player.
NBA. Are they currently playing?
They are not.
Okay.
Not currently.
They're not currently playing.
Okay. Jaden, can we finalize the decade?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Are they most known for playing post 2000?
Yes.
Post 2000.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, Alex, should we implement a time like I was talking
Oh
about?
yeah, yeah. Pause in the game
Starting
for a
now.
second. Yeah, Our Onyeka Okongwu 20 questions took a lot longer than expected, and we want to make sure that the length doesn't get a little too out of hand where we're kind of just like takes over a little bit of the segment too much. So we're gonna implement a time limit. So like 20 questions, still 20 questions, but like if you get to the end of the time, throw in a guess. If you don't get it, then we'll do it. So what do you want to do? Like 10 minutes? Not even.
Yeah, we could do
7 minutes.
we could do 7.
7 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah,
7 minutes.
make it challenging.
Okay,
All
so
right.
we are post 2000.
Okay, is the
Um,
timer starting now?
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
was this player an all-star?
Yes.
Was this player most known between the years 2000 and 2010?
Yes.
So probably late.
Yeah, it's giving he splits 2010,
Yeah,
like that line.
5 and 15.
Um, was this player most known for playing in the East?
Yes.
Okay.
Was this player most known for playing on a team that was in the playoffs this year?
Yes.
Okay. So
Would it be crazy to ask if that team was in the East? Or is that assumed?
oh, uh assumed until otherwise noted.
Okay.
And playoffs is the playoffs, by the way, not the plane.
Playoffs is
Playoffs.
the playoffs.
I actually looked it up. Playoffs is the playoffs.
Confirmed.
Um, okay, so you said on a team in the East this year. Was this player a guard?
No.
Okay, not a guard.
Was this player most known for playing on a team that made it to the second round of the Eastern playoffs this year?
Yes.
Okay, so it's Cavs, Celtics,
Knicks,
Pacers,
Pacers,
and Knicks. Okay,
Cavs.
cool.
Should we go multi-time All-Star? Does that help us out? Or did they win a championship? What do you like better?
I like championship better.
All right, did they win a championship, Alex?
No.
No.
Oh,
And that
champions.
you just hit question number 10.
So we
Damn.
have
We already had Chris Bosh. All right.
Pacers, Knicks.
Yeah.
Well, they might have won.
Alexander, was this player white?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Where are we right now, Jacob? I'm lost.
So he's a player on a team
Not currently playing.
that is either
close to
Cavs, Celtics, Knicks, Pacers. He was known between 2000 and 2010, kind of closer to 2010. He's not white.
He won. He was an All-Star,
He was an all-star, but was not a champion.
and it's 2000 to 2015. It was not a guard.
Yes, not a guard. Alex, was this player a forward?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so gets rid of our centers on the list. Oh, in the East, no. Atlanta didn't make it to.
All right. Alex,
Yes.
did this player retire post 2015? So he retired right around
In
2015.
2015.
Yeah. Yes or no questions only, but he retired in the 2015-2016 season.
2015,
So-
So he did not play. He did. His last season was 2016.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the 2015-2016 season was his last
Yeah.
season in the NBA.
Okay.
He's a forward that likely played on the Cavs.
How are we with time?
The Pacers.
I don't know. Are you timing or am I timing?
Oh, have we not been timing this whole time? I thought you.
Oh, you guys have 3 minutes left based off of the clock on the
Okay,
clock.
okay, cool.
Um,
Big man. Alex, was he a multiple time All-Star?
No, he was not.
he was
One
literally
time
a
All-Star.
one-time All-Star.
Was he?
retired?
So should we ask, was he an All-Star on the team on that one of those 4 teams? So on
The Cavs, Pacers, Knicks.
what, Alexander, was he an All-Star on a team that begins with C?
No.
Okay, so it's either Knicks or Pacers.
But that's still okay.
So he was an All-Star on the Knicks or the Pacers between 2008 and 2015.
What question are we at, Alex?
You just asked 14.
Because we don't know for a fact that he was on those teams now. That's just where he's most known for.
I just asked, was he an All-Star when he was on that team?
Yes.
He was on. Oh, you did
Yeah.
ask that.
When he was on the Knicks or the Pacers between like 2008 and 2012
And Alex said yes to that. Okay, so
Yes.
is my guess.
so he's either on the Knicks or the Pacers from. Who's on
Yes.
the teams?
Can we find? All right, we should finalize
Want
it.
to pick the team?
Yeah.
All right. Was he on the Pacers when he won his All Star
Yes, he was. He was on the Pacers.
Pacers All-Star.
as a power or as a forward?
I
He
didn't
was only-
get that. Could you try
Damn.
again?
Theory?
You guys have a minute and a half left. And you
My
just
brain
asked.
goes straight to Jermaine O'Neal, but he
He wasn't.
was a multiple-time All-Star, I think,
Yeah.
and he was a forward. He wasn't a center, so it's not Roy Hibbert.
Paul George is one. Who else was one of those like Pacer teams? Danny Granger never won an All Star, did he?
No, but I think, is that too late?
Danny Granger
Yeah, like when was he even on the team?
in the mid 2000s. I thought 2010s. I mean,
Okay.
a forward from who else was
Okay, I'm gonna. Can I?
Lance Stevenson? Was Lance Stevenson an All
No,
Star?
he was a guard. Can I throw out a weird question, Jade? Can I ask you the question first?
You guys
I'm
have
gonna ask,
40 seconds.
is the person's first name a letter in the first half of the alphabet?
Go for it.
Alex, is the person's
I'm
first
really
name in the
wrong.
first half of
Yes.
the alphabet? Okay, I have a guess.
You have 20 seconds left.
My guess is David West. But I don't know if he was there too late. Alex, is it David West?
No, it was not David West.
Crap.
We out of time.
I'll give you guys one. You guys are at question 18, so throw out two questions and
Yeah,
then,
two questions.
yes.
2 questions, then we'll be done.
But
Right, so
ti-
they
you
would
have,
also-
you
Problem
have,
is,
you have 10
I think
seconds left.
David West was on that team later than that. I don't know
All-Star.
what to reference here.
Oladipo was a guard.
And I think that was too late as well.
Yeah.
Retired in 2015.
Huh?
He retired 10 years ago.
I need a
He's a
guess.
long
I need a
time
guess or a question.
I'm out. He was a one-time All-Star.
One time.
One time, that alphabet question was so stupid. I should have just guessed.
You guys have one question left and one guess left.
We only have one question left
Yep.
too.
I mean, if Jacob's guess of David West is a question.
Yeah, it was.
So you
So,
guys are at question 19.
Was that
and
the
you have
Roy Hibbert team?
5
I
seconds
don't
left.
know.
No, he
Is it
didn't.
cheating? Yeah, it's
I
definitely.
have no idea.
I want to check the roster of that.
Like
That's cheating.
Yeah, that's definitely cheating. And he's not white. One-time All-Star. 20.
He retired with the Pacers. See,
No, but he didn't.
He-
I don't
yeah, he
know
didn't
if
retire
retired
with the Pacers.
We just know that he
He
was an
was
All-Star when he was on.
All-Star with the Pacers.
I need 5 seconds.
It's so difficult. Alex,
Yes.
wait. Can we ask one more question and then give a guess?
Go, fine. Do whatever you want. Yeah, you have one question left. Yeah, you have one question left.
No, we have 2 questions left. You said
No,
that was.
That was
That was-
question
We
19.
have one question left.
David West. Is David West the answer? Was question
Okay,
19?
so we can do one more question and then a guess.
Yes, but you ran out of time 22 seconds
Right.
ago.
Right. That's fine.
So-
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Hmm. 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 Alex, did this player does I want to say does this player have a common first name?
Yes, if that's your question.
It's not my question. Like John or something. Who retired in 2015? I'd like that's so that oh man, this is really not good. Timer really threw us for a loop here.
I need a guess. We're running on time.
Aiden,
I
find a
don't,
question to ask. What
I don't
question?
even have a guess.
You don't have a question to ask?
You said no. That doesn't get us much.
I want to find like I just want to guess. I want to guess. I want a good guess.
Throw a guess out.
Did we ask if they won a championship already?
Yes, he does not have a
Yeah,
chance.
he does. He didn't win a championship. And he's a oh, okay. I have a guess. Alexander, have we said this person's name? Yes.
Yes.
We've said this person's name.
Yes. I need a guess
Okay.
right now. That is 20 questions, guys.
Okay. Final can I guess?
Go ahead.
Final guess, Danny Granger.
You're the worst.
Way to
I hate
be!
you so much.
Danny Granger was an All-Star in 2009, where he also won his Most Improved Player award in 2009.
Wow. You
I
really
wanted-
pushed me off that one.
I was very Pacers vibe today. I needed to throw a legend of the Pacers. If you know, top 5 2K player in the history of 2K, Danny Granger, and
Wow.
he is our 20 questions guys today.
Dang. I was even gonna ask, did this person's name start with D because I was so set on David West.
Yeah, Jaden goes Danny Granger, and then you guys both at the same time are like, he wasn't an all-star. You guys forget Danny Granger was
I did forget Danny Granger
a
was
plus
I
20
don't
points.
remember him being an all-star.
He was a plus 20 points a game for like 5 seasons.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Danny Granger. I disrespected you. We would love to have you on the show.
He's a absolute stud, Danny Granger. So that was that today.
Does that
Let me
count as
know.
winning? I don't know.
Let us know in the comments if you guys got it before the 20 questions, but that was Danny Granger.
I like the timer.
I do too. It makes you guys, think
Like,
a
you
little
gotta,
quicker.
go.
Yeah,
you
you
gotta
got
go.
it.
All right.
Wow. Danny
So-
Granger. How about that?
I'll be spinning the wheel. So this is before I spin the wheel. So what we're gonna do is we have a quarterback, running back, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, a defense, like a defensive team, and a head coach. We're just gonna snake draft, same as we always do, but we're going to try to create a team that you think if stepped in foot out onto a football field, they would win the Super Bowl. So not the best fantasy producing team, but the greatest, just the best football team going into the 2026 season. So I will share my screen, and we will spin the wheel, see who gets first pick. You guys see?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
That one
Regular-
hurts.
Scheduled programming here.
So I got first pick, and Jacob with second pick.
You hate to see it.
No, I like your spot here, Jaden.
All right, I'll be keeping track, and with
No,
my
'cause I don't
one,
think my one's gonna make it to me.
with my 1-1, I want you got. We don't have to go in order, just to let you guys know. But I will be taking Lamar Jackson at quarterback.
See,
Jacob, to you.
Okay. Yeah,
and can I just say it now that he's going to be the best player in football next year? He's already been the best player in football the last 2 years, but next year he'll continue to be the best player in football.
I'm taking
I'm not going to
Saquon.
disagree with you. You're taking who, Jacob?
Saquon.
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon. I will be taking at my quarterback. Ooh. Okay, so I will be taking Patrick Mahomes at my quarterback, and I will be taking Jamar Chase at my wide receiver 1.
Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson, Jacob.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will be taking Jahmyr Gibbs at running back. And then, oh man, where do we go from here? Um, I want the. Mm, I'm gonna take Nico Collins at wide receiver.
Whoa.
Really well.
I like him a lot. And heard it here first. I think he's going to be a top three wide receiver behind Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase next season.
I love Nico. So okay.
Top three.
So is it my turn?
It is your turn.
I would like, because you guys both have quarterbacks. Jefferson. I will take Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers.
Um,
He's going to be tight end one.
I will take. You guys both have running backs, so I'll take Amon Ra. Or wait, can I change? Can I change that? Or is it too late?
No,
I love that pick anyway. I'm not really that upset about it. Um, and then at tight end, I will be taking George Kittle.
Very nice. Jacob?
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb.
So that's why you didn't let me get my wide receiver, my take back.
No,
Oh man. Okay, so this is where it gets tough. Um, Goodness gracious. Okay. I want the Eagles defense,
dang it.
and then mm, hey, call me crazy here also. Can't disrespect the land. I want Scary Terry at wide receiver.
Okay.
Jacob, to you.
Um, yeah, I want Andy Reid.
Okay.
Cool. I will take Sean McVay at my coach, and I will take the Jets defense.
Okay.
I will be taking the Chiefs defense.
Okay. I want Dan Campbell at my coach. And I don't know if it's just me, but it is very difficult to come up with a tight end because I don't want Travis Kelce on my team. Um,
If you need,
uh,
Mark Andrews is there besides the last play of the game
like I don't really want him though.
to go to the playoffs.
I'll take Sam Laporta.
Overtime.
I'll take
Oh,
Sam
that's a good one.
Laporta. He wasn't amazing last season, but
Yeah. I feel like you either got a big game out of him or you got nothing out of him.
absolutely,
Touchdown merchant.
yeah, for sure.
Josh Allen, quarterback.
Josh Allen, quarterback, and I shall be taking Derrick Henry at my running back.
All right, I will clearly say my team is worse than both of yours. Okay, so
I love my team, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you.
front to start.
Front to
Team,
start.
I mean, wow, top to bottom. Team Alex is Lamar Jackson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Nico Collins and Scary Terry wide receivers, Sam Laporta with the Eagles defense, and Dan Campbell as the coach.
How did you end up with such a bad team?
Yeah, that's a tough one for me actually. All right, Jacob's team is Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Brock Bowers, Chiefs, and Andy Reid. And Jaden's team is Patrick Mahomes, Derrick Henry, Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra, George Kittle, Jets, and Sean McVay. My team is
Like your team
significantly
is so
worse.
much worse than ours.
But at the same time, no, I mean, I'm not, I lost, but you heard it here first. Nico Collins will have a better year than CeeDee Lamb. I'm higher on Nico
That's
Collins.
fine. That's your wide receiver one against my wide receiver two.
I
I'm not a
100%,
big
I
C
agree with you.
guy.
Me neither. Me neither. Um,
What?
man, my team stinks. Okay. Um,
You know what's crazy though? Tyreek Hill undrafted. Is that saying something about how bad of a season he had last year?
he was
No,
horrible.
I
What
don't
he's
think
gonna do
so.
this year?
As the second pick in my last year's fantasy group, taking Tyree Hill,
I
and
got him there.
me coming in absolute dead last. That is why he is not on my team.
Yeah,
Um, yeah.
that's probably why I went
Wow.
on Rock too.
The
I don't
thing
know,
is,
Alex. It's gonna be your call because I don't. I love
I
the team too.
I think Jacob has a more talented team, but I think Jaden's team would be more willing to win. Not willing, but like I think they could
More likely
go
to win.
farther.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I like Amon-Ra Jamar Chase over more than CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, but I like Saquon more and George Kittle. Oh, that's tough.
I like
I'm
Jaden's receivers more than my receivers. I
I
like
do
my
too.
running back more. I like
The very
Jaden's
similar tight
quarterback
ends.
more. I like my tight end more. So 2-2
I'm
there.
going Jaden. I'm going team Jaden. I think Jacob's team would be better in fantasy, but that's not what we're doing. I think Jaden's team could be more successful in a game of football because of Patrick Mahomes and they
Yeah,
have better wide receivers. And like, don't get me wrong, Jacob, your team is ridiculous.
I had Andy Reid.
I agree. I mean,
He's solid.
but
No
that
Andy Reid.
the Chiefs
He's no Andy Reid. You're not hearing any argument there.
the Chiefs defense is not amazing. The Jets are better. Um,
Yeah.
man, I apologize to the team, the Alex lovers out there because that was horrific.
It wasn't great.
Is it crazy that in my second slot at quarterback, when you didn't pick a quarterback, that I was thinking about Joe Burrow? Like
No.
really
I
highly considering Joe Burrow as the second best quarterback in the NFL
I
right
mean,
now.
nobody picked the quarterback that won the Super Bowl last year. So
and I promise you, I
Well,
wasn't wrong.
because
I,
we've talked about this before, but he's just not a top five. He's not a top three quarterback
No,
for
he's not.
sure.
We named the top three quarterbacks.
Yeah, but I think Joe Burrow is like that dude, bro.
Yeah, he
he
is.
is.
He is.
Like,
He's no Jaden Daniels, but he's tough.
Yeah, I'm giving it to Jaden.
Okay. Respect.
Wow.
thank you, sir.
Comments,
Look,
leave
Yeah,
comment.
comments. Let us know. We'll see. We'll take a look, see what you guys think. But
Everybody roast Alex in the comments for how bad.
yeah, that was bad. That was really bad.
No,
I was coming off of such a hot streak for I won the last 2 weeks, and I just came out here and stunk the bed.
Back down
At
to
the
earth.
same,
Can I shout out? Can I shout out Rohan Dalal, who texted me, who said, "Giannis would be a great wide receiver." By the way, shout out real quick. Rohan,
um,
man of my own heart.
also, this is episode 9, and it is 3-3-3 in our draft victories
Wow.
between the three of
Wow,
us.
that's
True.
So good job to
Episode
us.
9, man. We're next episode.
We're coming up on
10.
double digits. We're coming up on double digits. But I'm glad we're all three doing well. I'm if this was like a 7, 7-1-1, it wouldn't be as fun. So
True.
good job to us to make it a little even.
Yeah.
But comment below who you think, and we'll be moving on to sports trivia. And Jacob has that today.
Yep. So sports trivia for today. Do we want to do a timer for this as well?
I don't know if we
Or
need a
just
timer,
keep
but
it-
we'll
keep it the way
definitely
it is?
we'll keep it. We won't go
Okay.
go as long.
So now that we have started with the finals talk, I wanted to ask a question about the finals. So my question is, these are most points scored by a player in a finals game, top 10. And this is like, if you know it, you know it, you know what I mean? And so if Alex or Jaden, if you guys get the number of points that the player scored in the game correct, you get a bonus point.
Okay.
What do I get with the bonus point?
You get 3 strikes, so you get extra life.
So Michael Jordan had 63 points, and I think that's number one.
Did he
In a
have?
fi-
Did he have?
that's not. We're talking playoff. This is final specifically.
This is finals.
Did
So
you have
I,
six?
I,
I was
take,
kind of quick.
I take it back. I take it back.
Michael Jordan had 50.
55. Was it the double nickel game?
He had
Hold
something
up.
like
Am I counting? I think I'm gonna count the Michael Jordan 63.
No, I
Are
caught
we
myself before you said that.
are we
Okay.
guessing
But if I get
players
the
or are we
player right,
guessing like the points as well? Because Michael Jordan is on the list. I know that for a fact.
Player. The question is players.
okay.
Okay.
If you guess the number of points, then you get
Okay.
And are players on there more than once?
no, it's no.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry.
yes. Okay. So
yes.
Jaden, you want to go Michael Jordan
Michael
and then
Jordan is on
Michael Jordan's on the list. What do you want to say?
50. Was it his double nickel game?
You can give it a go. I don't have a better guess
Do
than
I
you.
get a strike for getting the points wrong?
No.
No, no.
So let's go Michael Jordan 55.
Michael Jordan 55.
Nice, Jaden. I
Thanks.
know this just because I'm a nerd. I know that the number one spot is Elgin Baylor. He had 61, I think.
Elgin Baylor 61.
Taylor 61, Alex.
I knew that just in trivia question in my lifetime. I knew
So
that
you
he has
have
the most
number
points-
1 and 2.
most points in the final.
Alex,
Um,
if you know this whole list and is sandbagging, I'm gonna be upset.
LeBron.
yeah, I don't know how many he would have had though.
LeBron 49.
LeBron 51
Dang it.
in the
Okay.
5 slot.
I want to
Dang,
say
there's two more people who had 50 bombs then.
Giannis had a 50 ball
Okay.
in the game 7, or it might have been game 6, but whatever closeout game was a couple years ago.
Giannis 50 in the 6.
Nice, Jaden.
50 on the dot.
You remember him having that commercial with like the
Yep.
McDonald's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Curry have a 50
Curry will
bomb?
definitely be on this list. I don't know if he had a 50 ball though.
Curry 48.
Curry 47
Ah, that was close.
Um,
in the
what
9.
else? That was Curry was 9.
Yeah. So one person's on here twice, by the way. So,
Okay.
Curry was number 9 at 48.
47.
47.
Yes.
Tyree had like a 45 game.
Yeah.
Do we think that is high enough to
Mm.
get in that 10 spot?
We can try it. We have 2 strikes that we gained back from the LG.
Yeah, you currently have 5 chances to get wrong.
Okay, so we'll take a Kyrie Irving at 45.
Kyrie is first strike.
Okay. Do we think Kevin Durant has a
Had to.
but
But
that's
he
the
was
thing.
on those Warriors teams.
Kevin Durant's career high is like
50,
50.
right? Yeah, it's not.
So I don't think it was in the finals. I mean,
Kevin Durant's
we-
played a lot.
do we throw Wilt Chamberlain in there? I feel like we have to.
Hey, throw it out if you want to. I'm not going to tell you no.
Wilt Chamberlain 50.
Wilt Chamberlain strike 2.
Okay, so he was just he wasn't real. Okay.
Update. You need 3, 4, 7, 8, 10.
Okay.
And are these? Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Are most of these players active?
No.
Most of these players are not active.
Correct.
So are we thinking like what was Magic's triple double game?
I don't know. Did Shaq have a 60 bomb or
Shaq might have had a big one
50
too.
bomb? He was back
Kobe?
to
Kobe?
back Eastern Conference Final. Kobe, Shaq. I feel like one of those two have to be on there. Maybe. I don't know.
You make the call. You make the call.
The thing is, I feel like we would know if Kobe had a 50 bomb in a final. Kobe never won Eastern Conference. I mean, Kobe never won Finals MVP until 2009, 2010. Like, he never won it when he was with Shaq.
Yeah, but he won it for
When he was with Pau Gasol. But do you think he had
2 years.
a 50 bomb in one of them? Like, it has to be more than 47. Like, I'm not mad at the guess.
You don't have 10. Curry the 9 at 47. And you don't have the 10.
Oh, so
Yeah,
it might be a
okay.
little bit.
So,
But we know it's not
40
40.
it's
Well,
not-
actually, I don't know if Kyrie actually had 45. I
Yeah,
think he did, but I'm not 100% sure. I remember seeing that like crazy stat where LeBron and Kyrie both went off.
Yeah, they both had 40. Yeah.
Take a guess. You have 3
Let's
strikes
go.
left.
Go ahead, Jid.
Let's go Kobe Bean Bryant.
Kobe, strike 3.
Jesus.
Okay.
So what was Magic's big game his rookie year? Was that 50?
No shot he had 50.
Bro, because remember Kareem got hurt and he had the huge game? I just don't remember how many points he scored.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to like
Like Larry Bird probably had a game.
Larry Bird, Kareem. Like Kareem might have had a 50. I don't know. Did Shaquille have one? Did this is tough.
Did
Okay, in the
did
recent
Luca have a huge game last year? You remember? I
no,
don't remember.
he was horrible.
I don't remember Luca having.
He was bad in the finals. This is I was on hot start with
Yeah, I
eligibility.
thought you guys were gonna kill this list, and then now you hit
This
a
is
bit of a
hard because
really.
it you can't
There's so
think
many
about it
people.
as good scores because it's good
But
games.
Right.
yeah, like memorable games.
Yeah,
I feel like Shaq has to be on there.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaq, strike four.
Okay, so this is just a lot harder than we were making it out to be.
All right, so you're down to your last strike. So I'm gonna start giving out some hints.
Okay.
Uh, a lot of them are old,
Like old,
Like
like old.
so
like a Jerry West,
Jerry West. I love it, Jaden. Jerry
Jerry
West.
West in the four, 53.
I love it. Jerry West. Good job. Okay.
like a Bob Cousy.
No, Bob Cousy was garbage.
And again, one of the people
There's-
that is on this list twice, you've already said.
I'm gonna guess it's either LeBron or Mike, but because LeBron had like 46 when Kyrie had like 45, but it's 46 that 10 spot,
But can you go against Michael Jordan in terms of scoring?
and he went to 6 finals. LeBron went to 10 finals.
Yeah, okay. LeBron.
LeBron, strike five.
Okay,
Game.
Michael Jordan.
Yes, Michael Jordan in the 10 with 46.
Okay, okay.
Can I get a confirmation on how many LeBron and Kyrie scored that year?
So LeBron might have had 46 that game, but this list shows Jordan at the 10.
Oh,
Okay.
So it could be
Okay.
one of those.
how
So
do we
now,
know it's
odds.
underneath? I'm looking it up.
okay, are they all really old, Jacob? Like
No, three is old, three is really old, seven is really old, eight is not that old, but still old.
So
so
there's no active
Oh,
players
eight.
anymore.
So okay. Three was in the 60s, seven was in the 50s, and eight was in the early 2000s.
in the 50s.
Yes.
Early 2000s, and it wasn't AI.
Oh, yeah, he had to. I think he did.
That would be my early 2000s.
That would be my early 2000s.
I'm not giving any more strikes. Like once you get one wrong, then you're done.
Okay, I like AI. I'm trying to think of the 50s. What in the world? Like,
Yeah, that's 100% a you thing.
yeah, Bill Russell. I can promise you, Bill Russell did not do that. Like Bob Pettit, maybe. Did Bob Pettit have a?
Oh, if you guys are curious, they were both 41. LeBron and Kyrie.
No.
I'm upset about that. Okay, sorry. Bob
Uh,
Pettit.
like that's the only memorable one that I could think
I
of.
couldn't even
Like,
I don't even know. Like I wouldn't be able to like put it in my head who was in the 50s.
it's. I mean, it's
Like
Bob
that does
Pettit.
nothing for me.
Bob Pettit, Jacob.
Bob Pettit in a seven with 50.
There we
Name a
go.
bee. Name
There
a
we
bee.
go. Okay, Bob
He's
Pettit.
he's the only player from the 50s.
Yeah, he was
played
the
by
only
himself.
one that played basketball then.
I
Yeah.
couldn't even tell you.
Okay, so three was in the 60s and eight was in the early 2000s.
Okay,
You
so
said Kobe and Shaq. No, because
who else made the finals? Okay, so 2000, it was Lakers,
Wade, no.
Lakers.
Pistons. There probably no one on the Pistons.
No, nobody on the Pistons.
They could have lost.
Conference.
Huh?
They could have lost.
They could have 100%.
So
Celtics early 2000s, no. The Heat, like, did D Wade have that many points?
D Wade go for.
15. You have 20 seconds to make a guess.
I got AI or D Wade. Alex, you make the call.
Okay, we'll go AI, and then we'll go, but don't say it yet. Don't guess yet. And then for the 60s, I'm going Oscar Robertson. So those are our two guesses, Jacob.
Okay. Number 8 with 48 points, Allen Iverson.
Nice, Jaden.
And in third with 55 points, Rick Barry.
Rick Barry. Oh goodness, I could have guessed that.
Yes, you could have.
I could
So,
have guessed that.
full list. Elgin Baylor, 61. Michael Jordan, 55. Rick Barry, 55. Jerry West, 53. LeBron, 51. Giannis, 50. Bob Pettit, 50. Allen Iverson, 48. Steph Curry, 47. Michael Jordan, 46.
You thought we were gonna run through that?
That was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
The way
Like
that
all
you
your like
started, the way that you
all
started.
your like big time scores aren't on that list that you think of.
Yeah,
Gosh,
you
Rick
guys did a good job.
Barry. I forgot Rick Barry averaged like 39 in that whole season.
Yeah, he had 55 points with only underhanded free throws.
Fine.
Nice job. All right, so
That's a good
my
question, Jacob.
that's a
job.
good question. My
You.
oh, you guys are gonna love my my non-sports trivia today. So my non-sports trivia, guys, is as of 2024. What are the top 10 most consumed beverages in the world?
Water.
Water.
I'm giving you two strikes. Water in the one.
All right,
Milk.
hold up. I feel like we should talk now. Milk? Yeah, you want milk?
Milk.
Milk in the 7.
Coffee?
That's a good one.
Coffee in the 3.
So I have a question, clarifying question. Is alcohol grouped into one thing?
No.
Okay.
So is it like wine, beer kind of vibe, or do we need to say the specific type of
No, I think
that would
it
change?
would be like you could say wine or beer or vodka or something like that.
Or okay.
Yeah.
Is that right, Alex?
I am not
Well, we
giving
didn't make a guess.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what guess you gave me.
I wasn't giving you a guess.
I'm not answering that question.
Clarifying
Okay,
question.
okay. What do we think? Lemonade.
You can go lemonade. That's fine. I don't know. Top 10. You said top 10,
Yes.
Oh, actually, do you think Coke is drank
As
more
a-
than like soda, like Coke?
but
Do we have to
are you
specify the
saying
brand of
Coke?
Coke, Alex, or soda?
This is a non-specific
Soda.
soda in the 4.
Okay. So juice.
Oh, yeah.
Juice in the 8.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Are we like liquor? Is do you
Like,
get
that's what I'm like. How broad are we talking here?
are we allowed to say liquor? Is that like I don't know. This is a clarifying question.
You can say whatever you want.
Okay, so
It's
my
not
guess.
it's not
Huh?
specifics. It's like general type.
So liquor.
No.
That's what I was gonna say. He would have said yes if liquor was
What about
beer.
vodka?
Beer.
Beer in the 5.
Yes.
Okay, I'm understanding.
Yes.
So you have one strike with liquor.
No, that didn't count. Liquor didn't count.
Okay, that didn't count. That didn't count. You guys are missing the 2, 6, 8, 9,
We're
2,
missing
6,
two.
2, 6, 9, and 10.
Can I get a wine on there?
Wine in the 6.
Thank you very much. Can
What
I
was
get
two?
And just to clarify, there are no more alcoholic beverages on the list.
Yes.
I appreciate that because vodka was definitely coming up as my next
No.
guess.
No,
That would have been. He said no for liquor, so that would have been included in that.
Oh, those are different things. What do you mean?
What? Vodka is hard liquor.
Vodka's liquor, but all liquor. But if he wasn't counting liquor, like if that was too broad of a category,
But whatever. Okay.
okay, it doesn't matter. Weekly arguments with Jacob.
Do we think Gatorade in like the 10?
I don't hate Gatorade. What's our strike? Our strike was
0.
We don't have a strike.
Strike
Gatorade.
1. Gatorade.
Oh,
Gatorade strike 1. What are we missing here with two?
yeah, it's something.
Like
Alex, were you surprised by this?
carbonated water?
Not in the. It's not in the 2 is the second most obvious.
LaCroix?
Promise you, LaCroix. LaCroix, bad.
Hold up. See, this is why we have to stop doing non-sports trivia because we're like, what are we doing?
Also, Gatorade is a little too specific for me.
Gatorade's. Oh, so it's not a strike.
Yes, it is because it's still a strike.
Sports drinks.
No, that is your strike.
Wait, what?
But
Okay.
like, I'm not asking you to give me a sports drink. Sports
Okay.
drinks
Oh.
would be the category. So Gatorade, strike, sports drink, strike. That's one strike for
Okay.
just
Okay.
that.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, understood. Water. What do you
What
think of
is
after water? Milk is what I think
this
of
is
after
8?
water.
Doesn't it?
Goodness,
We
guys.
said juice.
Like dirty water,
We said soda already.
Yes.
soda. We said juice. We said liquor. We
Beer,
said
wine.
beer and wine. What else do we drink? What else goes into your system?
I'm just gonna be.
It's like this is so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing.
This is why I love non-sports trivia for the
It's so embarrassing. I feel like I never ask non-sports trivia, and then I always am the one that looks stupid. Like, what?
Need a guess, guys.
Shut up. He didn't help, dude.
I'm thinking like you're thinking, just because you're talking. What about like the fruit punches of the world? Like, what would that be?
That's that. What kind of juice, I think, right? Yeah.
Like, what other types of drinks do you drink?
I literally have no clue.
This is not good.
I have no clue.
Very similar
To
to
water.
a Gatorade type, but it's not a hydration drink.
Energy drinks?
Energy drink. Nice.
Energy drinks in the 9.
Duh.
Okay, that's not the 2.
So you guys
Yeah, I was gonna say,
you guys are
energy
missing 2
drink.
and 10.
I would have thought it
10,
was coffee.
10 is difficult. 2,
Is it
I'm very
tea?
disappointed.
Tea, but that
Tea?
tea's not a drink. A tea is a bag.
No, I feel like that would go with coffee though.
That doesn't count.
I
But
feel like tea. Yeah, go tea. I like tea.
Tea in the 2.
Yeah.
okay,
It's the most consumed
I
drink.
feel less dumb now. Okay, cool.
Yes, it is the most consumed drink that's not water by a
But tea is just a thing
That's just-
that you put in water.
So are all of
Yeah,
these
no.
outside of milk.
Yeah, that's an L take, sir.
That's true.
Every single one of these on here outside of milk is a water based with things in it.
Shout out Ema for getting me into tea. Makes me
Tea
blueberry tea, bro.
in the 2. Good job, guys.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, that was bad on us.
That was bad. Okay, so we're missing 10.
We got there though.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Jacob, I just don't know how coffee's any different, but that's
No, it's not. It's not.
There you go. There you go.
I was trying to make myself feel less bad about myself.
That's fine. That's fine. So you have the
All
10.
here for self positivity.
Yeah. So we're the 10. Okay. And we have 1 strike left. I think we're doing a great job.
You guys are doing great. You have last one, the hardest one.
If we hadn't gotten tea, I would have said we're doing a terrible job.
gotten
Last one, hardest one.
Yes.
Is this a beverage that Jaden or I frequent?
I don't think so. Not on its own, I don't think.
Not on its own.
Like it's used in things, but I don't think
mixy.
you guys don't drink it just, straight up. I don't think.
Tomato juice, that would count as fruit juice, technically.
That would.
Vegetable juice. You don't drink it on its own?
People do for sure. I don't think you guys do.
People do for sure. I don't think you guys do.
Yeah. I know you don't, Jacob.
Kombucha? No, I don't. I don't. Is it because it's something that I dislike?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I just
Oh, you just don't think I do it?
I just don't think you do.
Wow.
Is it like bad for you?
Is it like that?
Quite the opposite.
Quite the opposite. So it could be kombucha. It's not going to be kombucha. Apple cider vinegar?
I can promise you that it's not a consumable beverage across the world.
It's quite good for you.
Yes, but it's still a drink. No one be sitting here sipping on apple cider vinegar on a day at night when they're bored. I'm gonna need a guess though. I'm gonna need a guess.
Yeah, this is bad for the viewership. What
That's
the
the
heck
issue
you
with
drink?
the non-sports trivia. Is I run out of things to like even guess.
I know, same.
Not like I have like a list to pick from.
Vegetable juice? Is that would count it? Would that be under juice?
What would you? Yeah, Jacob. What?
Like cucumber juice? or you know what I'm saying? Cucumber water, carrot juice,
Which would be water.
right? Yeah.
Come on.
Uh, this
What?
stinks. I have no guess. Alice, hint, 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 hint.
Can we get a hint, please? For
Think,
drink?
I guess, tropical.
Coconut water.
Coconut water in the 10.
Nice.
How is that not water?
I
Because
would
it's
never
because it's
guess
not
that.
just water. Coconut water is its own. You open up a coconut and you drink the coconut
Yes,
water.
I know.
But it's not just like it is different than water. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know if the viewers disagree with that, but
I don't
water and coconut
It has
water.
water in the name.
Well, yes, Jacob, but they're not.
Crazy that's that 10. The
There's
10
two different things. In my opinion, I think water and coconut water are two different drinks.
So what would you
Yeah.
put coconut water in? Is my question.
It's like
Yeah, good question.
it's a base in a lot of hydration drinks these days. It's the main
Yes.
base of Prime. It's the main base of Body Armor, I think. Because it has a
Interesting.
lot
Learn
of
something new
water.
today. See?
Yeah.
See, that's
You
the
go-
thing
you go over
with
the
the
list.
trivia, Jacob, is we get to learn something.
That's
So
true. We're becoming smarter.
top to bottom, yeah, this non-sports trivia is in like expanding the knowledge of different topics on the pod.
True. It's true.
Top to bottom, water, tea, coffee, soda, beer, wine, milk, fruit juices, energy drinks, and coconut water.
What's the most surprising on that list for you?
Coconut water.
Not gonna lie, milk
I think
surprised
milk
me.
being that low is surprising to me.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
you thought milk being on it at all was
Oh,
surprising.
I was surprised milk was on it.
No, bro. Milk
I
is
don't-
Wouldn't that count?
milk is in
Wouldn't-
every. Is it drank?
That's what I'm
or is it,
saying. Like, what was the question?
It's in every.
It's drinks. Like it's just
But how
like
can
straight up.
how can this list determine what's being drank
I don't know,
versus being
Jacob.
used, like bought?
Where is it?
I didn't create
Where was the
this
list from?
Because then you have to think of everything ice cream.
Where was the list from, Alex?
I forget.
It definitely wasn't the International Dairy Foods Association. I can tell you that.
Where is the list that I was on? It was on the.
Yeah, tea was gettable for sure.
I'm fine.
He
No,
was-
I'm glad we got that.
He was so
Yeah.
gettable.
Yeah, that was actually
I don't know where I got this from. It was on some website.
okay.
I don't know if it was incorrect. I don't know. You guys.
Well,
It was.
That's fine. We got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Oh.
that concludes episode 9 of the Who's Keeping Score podcast. We'll check in next episode after I don't know how many games will go by, but tonight, June 5th, Pacers Thunder game 1. We'll see who wins. I think the Thunder takes this game, but hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Let us know how our draft went, who wins. Obviously, I did not. Our sports trivia, how you guys did, and if you guys did well on the 20 questions. But we'll see you guys in our first double-digit episode next week.
Yeah, welcome to the double digits.
Absolutely.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
Have a good night, guys.
Have a good one.